Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, August the 5th. Okay guys, I hope you guys are doing well mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Alright guys, so let's jump right into it and basically see what you need to know. Okay guys, I just had a doctor's appointment, so right now I'm kind of like out and about, and unfortunately where I am, I think I see a mouse. I don't know what's going on, but I see a mouse or a rat or something. Child, let me just do this reading. Okay, let me just do this tarot reading. It's gone. I don't know. I hope it's a mole rat. I don't know. I know mole rats look different than that. That had to be a rat or a mouse. Anyway, Spirit, I need to get out of here. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for August the 5th? What messages do you have for the collective for August the 5th? What can you tell them at this time, please and thank you? What do they need to know for August 5th, Spirit? What messages can you give the collective at this time? What do they need to know for August 5th, please? What clarity can you give them? Thank you. So for some of you guys, I'm just gonna put my window down a little bit because I know it's about to get hot. So I just get some breeze in here. But we have the Knight of Swords, okay, with the 12th house, so hidden energy. There is something about you guys when it comes to being assertive and direct, okay? You could have air placements in your chart, you don't have to, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, okay? But there's something about the energy where you guys could be, you know, basically being assertive or very daring, or maybe perfectionist too. You don't have to be, right? But just very daring. Determination is significant, you know, taking action, things like that, okay? So definitely take whatever resonates with this. But again, there's something about you being ambitious and driven during this time, even when it comes to like being able to take a risk or willing to take risk. It's almost like no risk, no reward. I think that's how you say it, or low risk, low reward, or whatever the case is. But there's just something about if you don't take a risk, there's no reward, right? So obviously there's something about you taking a risk and, you know, being rewarded for this risk that you're taking. Maybe some of you guys are, you know, risk takers, right? But again, this is Two of Wands energy with the number 2, Mars and Aries. Okay, this is about partnerships. So partnerships, coming together with other people when it comes to planning or making a decision. Confirmation with the horn. There's also something about like leaving your comfort zone could be significant. So some of you guys, like I said, when it comes to taking a risk, you could be in preparation to basically leave your comfort zone, whatever that comfort zone might be. It could be a home, a job, an environment, a city, a state, whatever. But this could be like a project, or basically you being grounded, okay? Laying a grounded foundation, laying grounded work could be significant for some of you guys, whatever that might be. So again, if you're laying down the grounded work for a foundation, this talks about like you planning, right? Planning to maybe leave, planning to, you know, do what makes you happy for some of you guys. So there's something about coming together with harmony, balance, partnerships, things like that, right? Let's see what else shows up. So Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective for today? What else can you tell them for today, please and thank you, when it comes to this energy for August 5th? Sorry guys, cards are like kind of all over the place and I hate that. I like clear, concise messages. So what else can you tell the collective at this time? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, so there's something about King of Swords and Two of Pentacles, okay? Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra, and then Jupiter in Capricorn when it comes to like hard work, okay? Some of you guys, when it comes to your hard work, it's like you have authority, okay? You could have authority in your energy, okay? You could be an authority figure, even if you don't have like the credentials to do so. Like say, for example, you know, people are managers, so they go to school to be a manager, or people have authority, like, you know, because they're an adult, so they think that they can, you know, say or do whatever they want because they're older than you, so they have seniority, you know, things like that, right? But there's something about you where it's like you're a natural leader, okay? You don't need the credentials, you don't need any of that. You're just a natural leader. It just comes naturally to you. So it's almost like no matter where you go, it's like people follow. Whether people like you or not, they follow, right? It's like if you say something to somebody and they don't want to listen to you, you're like, okay, cool. You'll do it your own way, or you'll do it the way that you think that is best fit, okay, for whatever the situation might be. And you doing it that way actually makes it easier, because at least for some of you guys with this energy, it's like when you do it, people watch you, They see how you're moving and then they follow. So with the number 14, okay, this is about intellect, authority, okay, strategy. Justice could be significant, where you guys could be receiving justice about a situation. But like I said, there's something about your authority and truth, right? And there's also something about you guys when it comes to honesty and integrity. You're also able to speak truth and step into your power. And I think that's what a lot of people may not like with your energy. For some of you guys, some people like it, some people don't, because you're balanced, okay, with the root chakra here in the second house. So you're somebody who's adaptable and flexible when it comes to challenges and change. Okay, you're very resourceful, you're very balanced, you're flexible, okay? And some of you guys, when it comes to stretching your resources or learning to stretch your resources, that is significant. So this is showing something about you being able to change and be adaptable depending on the circumstances that you guys are in when it comes to dealing with certain challenges or obstacles or anything, okay, any issues. Okay, so definitely this is showing up here. Okay, guys, I'm gonna see what else shows up. But like, if you were feeling like you were not balanced, it's not you that's not balanced. You may have your moments where you don't feel balanced, but you're actually balanced, and it's just other people around you that's making you feel this way. Like, a lot of people will project their insecurities or their problems onto you guys, and you're thinking to yourself like, what did I do? You know what I mean? So it's not you sometimes, it's just people being weird in the energy, okay? Like, don't take it personal. Sometimes people just don't know how to, you know, go into introspection and basically look within themselves and see like, okay, maybe I'm the problem, or maybe I need to fix this, or I need to do this, or whatever. It's almost like people are more fascinated or fixated on, you know, projecting their issues onto you. Like, you're supposed to be a fixer-upper, like, you know, like Bounty paper towel, like every problem that's a spill, you're fixing it. No, people need to learn to fix their own issues, okay, with the Six of Swords. So you're moving on. Sixth house energy, you're moving on with the Six of Swords. I just heard a faint horn. So moving on, travel. Okay, there's something about progression. Even when it comes to you going through like a change or like a transition, that's significant too. But it says that you guys are progressing. It says you guys are moving away from anything that's difficult. Like I said, if you have any challenges or obstacles, you're somebody who's able to move through these things without problems, okay? Not saying that you don't have problems, but it's almost like you do it with so much ease and grace. And that's also why a lot of times people think that, you know, it's easy for you. It's not easy for you. It's just the way that you handle it. Okay, guys? So there's something about moving away from a situation that was difficult and also stepping into something more peaceful and more positive. We also have the Ten of Cups energy. So same thing I was saying to you guys, right? Ten of Cups energy talks about happiness, okay? It talks about fulfillment. So you guys are basically in this energy of, you know, that you guys are going through a change or a transition. And also the Prism Oracle deck that I did talked about happiness and transitions and moving forward. So it's almost like you guys know that you guys are stepping into fulfillment. Happiness and harmony is significant, right? And then there's also something about emotional fulfillment. So it's not even just about like what you're doing. It's like things that bring you joy, things that are emotionally fulfilling, things that also, when it comes to like your family or community or just being supported, is significant. So Mars and Pisces energy could be significant. When it comes to like dreams and intuition and psychic abilities, there's something that you know that you're very aware about when it comes to like community and support. So say your own karmic family does not support maybe divination and what you do, right? It's almost like you could be finding your own soul tribe or finding your own soul family that does support what you're doing or does support your cause, right? We have the King of Cups energy. So yeah, you guys are somebody who's very balanced, okay? Something to do with counseling or coaching could be significant. Maybe there's something about, like if it's not you going back to school, maybe you're thinking about it, but even if it's not that, it's just picking up a book and learning something new and educating yourself. Being maybe a coach or a counselor or like a spiritual coach could be significant. And some of you guys could be thinking about this because maybe you realize there's a lot of people out there who are fascinated or intrigued or curious about the same things you're curious about. Okay, so it's almost like you open up people's eyes or open up people's horizons so that they can see like a difference in the world, basically, with the number 14. Okay, because 1 and 4 equals 5, right? So change. It's like you have emotional intelligence and compassion. Like, even if you've been through like the worst, or even if you've been through a lot, it's like you still can have compassion for people, or you can still show up for people compassionately, while other people may not show up for you the same way, unfortunately, right? But it's just like a gift that you have. It's like you can tell, or you know, when somebody needs your assistance in something, like emotionally or just mentally, like you just have an idea. And that's the energy that's showing up, or that I'm picking up right now. It's like you just know, right? And so that could be why you guys could be attracting a lot of energies right now, whether this is people, places, or things. But there's something about your emotional intelligence, okay, with the Queen of Wands, okay? So yeah, your emotional intelligence is showing up as someone who's very confident. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you're confident. Even when it comes to like your finances, right? Maybe you guys are working on financial stability, mental stability, you know, physical stability, whatever stability you're working towards, it's showing. So you're self-assured, you're very passionate, you're determined. For some of you guys, you're very social. So it's like you can pick up on people's energies, or pick up on people's cues, when it's time to be the light, when it's time to dim the light. You know what I mean? Like if someone feels like they're not in a good place, you know, or you sense that they're not in a good place. So you're not going to force them to chat with you or talk with you or do those things. You're just going to make sure that they're comfortable, or they know that you're a safe space, you know, to communicate and chit chat and stuff like that, right? But you're still optimistic, right? So again, when it comes to like your creativity or your intuition, you have an inner knowing when to do new things and when to keep things the same. You know what I'm saying, guys? For some of you guys too, this is about you being a leader again. So for some of you, this is about you being able to inspire people with your vision, your thoughts, your creativity. And that is why you're able to move forward in this energy, because again, a lot of times people think that because they have a title, okay, they have a title, they can, you know, do and say whatever they want. But with you, it just comes naturally. People gravitate towards you. People want to get to know you. They want to learn more from you. They want to understand you. And that's the thing. People don't seem to understand that with you guys. It's like you do this naturally. You're not doing this on purpose to gain, you know, popularity and things like that. You just are naturally this way. And unfortunately, when you're naturally like this, it will always have good and bad energy, unfortunately. You know, you may have people who understand. You may have people who, you know, don't respect it because they think, oh, who's this person and who do they think they are, right? But this is good energy. We have Judgment with Pluto energy, okay? Something to do with you guys when it comes to like your awakening. It's like you guys know what your awakening is and you're stepping into your purpose, and that's why the Queen of Wands ended up showing up, because you're very confident in your purpose, because you know your purpose. Now, it's one thing when you don't know your purpose and you're still confident that you know that whatever path you're on, you're doing it. It feels right. For some of you, there's something about being on your path, and even though you know what your path is, it's like now you have the confidence to move forward, because it's almost like getting an epiphany, like a Eureka, right? Like a light bulb going off. And that's the kind of energy it feels like a light bulb just flicking up, and you getting ideas or getting kind of like confirmations and saying, okay, now I know what this is. I can basically move forward and do this. And that looks different for a lot of you guys, okay? It could be anything. It could be your job. It could be, you know, you learning a new subject, a new topic, whatever it is, right? But you are going through a rebirth right now at this time, which is a good energy, good sign. And for some of you, this is about you guys when it comes to whatever past mistakes. You guys have learned from your past mistakes and you guys are starting anew. And so people from your past who see that you've learned from whatever you've gone through in the past, they're seeing this about you. They're also wanting to come towards you because they see the path that you're on. They see that you're blossoming, or they see that you're changing. And no offense, a lot of times people that are in your past who treat you poorly, of course they're going to want to come into your energy when you're in this newer beginning, or you're happy without them, because they were the one that was dimming your light in the first place. They were the low vibration. They were the negative one. And it's very easy to deal with low vibrational people and get sucked into that. It's very easy. It's very easy to be around low vibrational people, getting sucked into that, and then also realizing like, hey, this is not right, and getting out of that. So that could be significant too. Okay, take what resonates with that. But this talks about, like I said, your awakening, and also you guys being able to rise to the occasion. Okay, Seven of Pentacles with this energy, trusting in the natural progression of timing. So divine timing is significant with the number 7 when it comes to, like, you know, partnerships. This could be romantic, this could be personal, this could be business. Okay, take whatever resonates, but there's something about your growth and having patience when it comes to dealing with this. Now, you guys are building long-term goals for some of you guys. Okay, whatever long-term goals you're building, it's showing in this energy that you're dedicated, okay, with Saturn and Taurus. So again, Saturn and Taurus talks about responsibility, it talks about discipline. Okay, that could also be for some of you guys your karma, okay, where it's like, we're in Saturn return. So whatever you did in the past with the Pluto judgment card coming out here, that is showing up where whatever karma you guys did for the past, it's coming back right now in the future, okay? And I know right now we're in a retrograde and things are kind of slowed down and things like that, but a lot of times people are like, oh, it's not about karma. There are so many keywords that are in pertaining to, Saturn energy, and karma is one of them, but it all depends on how it plays out, right? So if you were a good person in the last few months or years and you were giving your energy, your kindness, your love, and you realize, you know what, I need to put that into myself and pour it into myself, that's showing up right now. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So again, like I said, earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, this is a new opportunity, resources coming in. For some of you, this is about building security and stability for yourself, but you guys are open to receive when it comes to this new energy that you guys are in, when it comes to like material and abundance, right? You manifested something, and whatever this is that you manifested, it's the fact that it has potential, and it has potential to bring in some type of financial stability for somebody, because again, Queen of Pentacles energy with the number 13. So you're grounded, root chakra energy, you're grounded, you have courage with the Queen of Wands. Okay, you're very comforting, you're welcoming, people feel very comforting in your energy. Okay, even when it comes to like you being able to help yourself, so nurturing yourself so that you can nurture others. That is why you guys are a natural leader, because you're also a natural caregiver. You know what I'm saying, guys? And also when it comes to you guys providing for, those in your life, it's like you're able to provide for people in your energy that you care for. I'm gonna get one more card. I like this energy. It's like somebody's growing and learning their path, but even though it's taking a little bit of time, it's like you're still understanding that, right? So yeah, we have Neptune energy in the 12th house. Reflection, perspective, right? There's something about surrendering to the present moment. So some of you guys could be surrendering to the present moment at this time. Okay, this guy looked like he's about to hit my car. Homie, don't play that, okay? But anyways, but there's something about your energy. It's like what you do behind closed or hidden energy. You are a giver, and because you are a giver, you're receiving with the Strength card at the bottom of the deck as well. Okay, so definitely take whatever resonates with this, guys. We have I think it's the Four of Swords as well when it comes to like finding peace and tranquility in your situation right now. That is significant. So anyways, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Definitely take whatever resonates with you, and again, thank you guys for the love and the support. Those who resonate, comment, share, repost, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And, I hope to see you guys in the next reading. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.